Overnight, we cruised from Dubrovnik to Corfu, Greece, and we had booked a hike along the northeast coast of Corfu. You can see a map here. The black line isn't the hike. We were actually going right along the edge of the water. I think that might be the road we took back. And the hike started at a hotel. Here are the intrepid hikers getting ready to take off. And it was very pretty, but it was very warm that day. Here is our guide.
Which was built back in the 15th century by the Venetians, who were here in the island of Corfu for 400 years. I'll tell you a few more details later on. Just for you to remember that those two twin hills gave the name Corfu to the island. Why is that? Because as somebody was approaching the island from the sea, the first thing one could clearly see of the old world.
Here's Aiden cruising along on our coastal walk. A bit hot out today. We're kind of up on a cliff, can't really see. It was a nice hike. We're going along until all of a sudden Aiden noticed on both sides of the path large spiders hanging from almost every bush. Here we are following Aiden along the spider path. Aiden's hunkered down with his natal-inch jacket above his head, trying to protect himself from the giant spiders that line this path everywhere.
Bush. Come on her. Wait.
I think we're headed to this beach to go swimming now. That'll be nice. Needless to say, Anna of course loved the hike, and I really enjoyed it myself as well. And it was pretty neat because as we walked along the coast, we'd occasionally come to a fishing village where we'd stop and get a drink, take a little break, and then get back on our way. It was a lot of fun. As you can see here, by the time we stopped for lunch, we worked up a good bit of sweat and had a very nice lunch, and then it wasn't too much further we had to hike before we got to a beach where we got to go swimming. And here's Connor and Aiden and I in the water, and Aiden playing with a little Greek boy on the beach. It was cool. Aiden survived the beach walk, more or less.
Let's rent a boat here.
Anna and Connor seemed to have fared a little better. It's pretty. Needless to say, it was hot out.
Yeah, maybe you should show your sweaty shirt for the memories.
Then we took a bus back to the ship, and it went on a road that went high above the coast, so it was kind of neat. We could look down and see the entire path along the beach that we had hiked, and it was just a fun coastal hike. Then it was time to get back onto the ship and head on back to Barcelona.